players should hopefully be in chat now, and we'll be able to see. Oh god, this is Metro. This feels insanely long. QP's here. I need to turn everyone else up now. I'll turn everyone's volumes up. Who have we got? Metro, get in here.
So the slideshow is revealing the players from 8th to 1st.
From 8th to 1st.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's here. Sugar's here. Excellent. We kind of
got panic because I just looked at it and I didn't scroll down far enough, and I thought, oh no, I got it in the wrong order. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, so for everyone in chat, my guesses are for 8th place, which is Gold Goombas. What did I guess?
You guessed Metronomical.
Metro, sorry, Metro.
And the most popular, shall I tell you the most popular guesses from
everyone? The most popular guesses.
This includes West, Kados, and all players except for Jono. The most popular guesses was a tie between Jono and Metro.
Okay. Apologies, Jono and Metro. So should I reveal it or should I go through all my guesses first?
We can go one at a time, I guess.
So one at a time. Okay. So player 8, so Gold Goombas, was. How do I get it to work now? Player 4,
and then
Gold Goombas. And then I click it again.
There'll be, yep.
TDI?
What? No.
What? No.
No way.
No.
Got you all?
No. TDI.
Oh, what?
Who's Pave?
Oh, that throws everything off.
No.
You're wrong the whole time.
There was only one person who didn't pick TDI as Pave.
Was that Pave?
Yeah,
Was it actually
TDI? The only person who got that not wrong is TDI, because it wasn't him.
Nah, I swear Gold Goombas did a TC ball lure at some point in time.
No, you're just so focused on the Pavilion A ball lure. It was in the same game in game 1, so it was a good matchup in game 1 because it really and then everything just confirmed more and more.
Oh, that's crazy. TDI. How are you, mate?
I'm good.
You're good. Well done on your tournament. Yep. Did you have fun?
I had heaps of fun. Look, I tried to cook as much as possible. I don't know if you remember the Vikings hidden fort pick.
I do remember the Vikings.
Like full berserk. And then I had fun. It was a bit of the timing wasn't great for me. Like I got hit on the head halfway through the tournament.
Yeah,
kind of screwed me over a bit.
Yep.
But like, hey, I had so much fun. I thought it was great. So loved it.
Well, thank you for being in the spirit and cooking and continuing to have fun. It's always awesome to have you as part of our community. And I think you created the best aspect, which was the play style that everyone could mimic because you're so diverse. So we guessed you for every single player. And there goes the one I was actually confident on. I've got wrong.
Don't worry, mate.
We'll put it on as well.
Oh, shit. All right. Yeah. Well, TDI, thanks a lot, mate. And GG's.
That's right. I'm gonna jump out, but I'll tune to the stream.
Yeah.
So
awesome. Thanks, mate. Appreciate you being here.
See you, mate. No one guessed Gold Goombas correctly.
No one guessed Gold Goombas correctly.
I'm a mystery.
Except TDI.
I told you all. It wasn't me. But anyway.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
Us in chat. This sucks more than the vacuum TDI. Yeah, that Vietnamese trip. So, oh Jesus. Oh, I don't even know what to say now. That's bad. We're gonna go to 7 then, which is hang on, I gotta remember where people finished. It's Yertle the turtle. So I had that as Jono, the Sarathon.
You had that as Jono.
Yep.
And most picked was Jono. So everyone a bit of a
So Jono favourite for Yertle, and the reveal is man.
Knew it.
No, that would have been my top 2 seeded players going in. Finishing 8th and 7th. No,
Matt was the only one. Who got that correct.
Matt, Oh,
You
I
guessed
see.
it the first round, Westy.
Did I? I
It was in
did
the video
too.
we just played.
I saw that in the video.
Oh, ice.
Yeah, it was crazy watching those videos back.
Yeah. So I was better.
It felt obvious who they were.
Ice, how are you? Are you here?
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. How'd you find the tournament?
It's pretty good. I do miss my Arabian arena.
Yeah, that did hurt you a little bit. So I guess it's
I also
you.
just had bad days.
Yeah. Oh, and like I expected that in this tournament that everyone was going to have bad days and good days here. Did you like me hyping up every winning player as you?
Yeah. The first set, I played 15 minutes after waking up from a 45-minute nap.
Oof. Rough. And who
I ran.
you're up against
46.
in the first set was Fence, was it? No.
No, it was Across Tower.
Okay, so, okay.
winner.
So you got the eventual winner in the first set. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you went full random in the last set and like had a bit of fun afterwards as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also missed me actually kill a sheep under the TC in the last set.
Did I? I did. So that would have been Iceman confirmed. And I didn't live cast Celts winning on Fractal.
No,
We missed that, and that was cast offline. So that would have been Iceman confirmed as well. But I'd really apologize to you for that, Iceman. But I hope you enjoyed the Celts
good.
cast standalone and the love in that one.
Celts won 3 times in Fractal now.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
What are the Celts stats? Three wins from how many picks?
I think 4.
Pretty good. Pretty good. That's a tournament win in itself for you.
Celts was picked 6 times, but I don't know how many times they were played.
Yeah. Rightio. And did you have fun, Iceman? Did you enjoy the tournament? You have to say yes.
It's good.
Yeah. No,
I
good.
have to.
You have to. No, thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of it. And like, I think it goes to show you a little bit around how actually hiding identity and making players focus in on themselves can change the dynamic. And I think the map pool we picked being quite obscure, taking away Arena and Arabia, was quite interesting there. But Iceman, we love you and we appreciate you and well done on a fun tournament.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, Rice Farm was my second most confident pick.
Well,
I'm
Fence
kind of
is
in a lot of
next.
trouble. So Fence. So Fence I had
Anyone else got
as
just a bunch of X's so far?
yeah, just
Fence
well,
Fence you had as Sugar.
sugar. So at the moment, Matt's the only person that's got a point.
And Kados picked Metro for this, but the most popular pick was Quiet, but only just.
Yep.
Metro was second.
Okay.
I think people weren't too confident with this pick. Is what it feels like. There's a bit of
Definitely.
Fence the
there's
aggressive
1, 2,
laner.
3, 4. There's 5 different guesses across
Yeah. Okay. Well,
the 8 of you.
geez, that's pretty intense. Okay, here we go. Fence is Jono. Definitely getting into the laming aspect of
Well done.
embodying me. So who picked Jono?
It
I had up
was
until the end.
Quiet the Pro.
Quiet.
I picked Jono up
And-
until the end when I didn't think Clyde the Pro would have won the tourney.
I think Iceman did a swap at the end. I think
Yeah.
that was what you're saying. Yep. So we had one person guess that correctly.
So I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure I've called every player correctly at least one point in the tournament. But does that count? Because I called all 8 players for 8 players.
I think if you based your guesses off the 4 videos that I made, I think you'd probably have a better chance. There was definitely some very accurate.
Yeah.
Even if they were subtle, they were a little bit more like. They might not have been as loud as some of the predictions, but they were definitely there. They were definitely there.
Yeah. So Fence first game was against Tup B, who ended up in 3rd place, and that was a bit of an interesting set. And then they had Yertle, and then they lost to Rice Farm. Okay, Jono's not
Yeah,
here
Rice
for an
Farm.
interview, unfortunately.
No,
So
and Rice Farm is next.
Rice Farm is next. So Rice Farm's obviously not Iceman, but Rice Farm is Iceman.
That was
I don't know. Iceman and Yoda never played together. I could be both.
Oh, this could be the big reveal. Here we go. Who was the most commonly picked player for Rice Farm? Blue?
It was Iceman, but excluding your and Kados's picks,
Yeah.
it would have been Sugar.
Okay, so the Sugar Rice Farm. I guess they're both food. That does make sense. Okay, Rice Farm, the early favorite for me. Nessie! What? No! We can't get anything.
Yeah.
Ness.
Oh, okay.
I told you I'll be the last one laughing.
That makes a lot of sense to me now.
It certainly does.
Hey.
It certainly does.
Nessie. Well, I guess I don't have to commiserate you on losing the final then, and I can congratulate you on winning the losers bracket.
Oh no, I'm a winner.
You're a winner.
Always win.
You're Mr. Tournament. You are Mr.
I miss the
Tournament.
tournament. I win one way or another.
Yep. So Nessie, how did you find the tournament? Did you have fun?
It's probably the best tournament I've played in. It was
Good.
super fun. Yeah,
Good.
enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. And you probably enjoyed that. The casting was pumping you up as finalists the whole way through.
I mean, yeah, just to boost the ego a little bit.
Yeah.
Wrong final, but always
Yeah.
happy with that.
You can just take the comments about the final and just put them into context however you want, really.
Yeah, well, new title to add to my bio on Discord. Loser, winner.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to go back and watch all these games now. Like, oh man, I was so confident on Rice Farm towards the end, but Dome of the Rock I just always thought was Nessie. Oh man, Iceman's given him himself half a point defense. Oh, Nessie. Well, GG's on a good tournament. I think you could probably look at a lot of the comments I was saying about Rice Farm and the fact that your first set obviously was against quite a good player in Villian A, I believe.
No, it was Dome.
Dome of the Rock. So it was against the eventual
yeah.
Nessie, the eventual loser in the final. And I think you came out to play the next two sets and looked really, really good on that. So GG's, my friend. Well played.
Cheers.
And yeah, any last comments you've got for the 20?
I'll just be the last one laughing when we see who the last two players are.
Well,
you'll see.
Well, it's Metro, Sugar, Matt, and Quiet Pro. So Kados, we've still got the possibility of getting 2 points. 2 points are on the table.
So yeah, it looks like Iceman was the only one who got Nessie correct there.
Well done, Ice.
Oh, Iceman, good job, mate.
But you still don't
Seems
get
like
half
only
a
one
point for
person,
defense.
only one person correct on them.
Yeah.
So far,
Excellent.
except for TDI. That the reaction showed everyone.
Look, him getting concussed was probably spoke about during the tournament. Okay, so 5th place, Pavilion A
Is Pavilion A.
is not TDI.
Yeah. The only person who didn't guess TDI was TDI.
Okay, that checks out.
And he guessed Sugar. So the only non-TDI guess is Sugar.
Okay, so here we go. Pavilion A is Sugar. Hey, Sugar. I've never paid attention to your ball lures.
Well done.
Obviously.
Good tournament.
Clearly, yes.
Yeah. Well done, Sugar. Top 4. Looked really good in that first game, and you had some pretty hard fought games after that as well. So I think you went down to the eventual winner and had a cracking 3rd place playoff as well. So congratulations. How'd you find the tournament?
Thank you. Yeah. Oh no, it was a lot of fun. Like, especially now seeing that I beat TDI in the first round. Like, that's a massive surprise. Definitely didn't think that was I thought he beat me in the end. So yeah. Wow. No, it was really good. Nice to get that one. And then definitely some hard fought games and just a wide variety of maps. Like, haven't played many of them before. So especially that last 3rd place playoff, I just chose. It was very funny. You guys were talking about playing each other's home maps because thought the same thing during that one.
Yeah.
It was just real good fun playing some extra maps I haven't played before. So
Yeah.
no,
Excellent.
really good fun.
Got the win against TDI.
Exactly. Yeah.
Despite the AoE Leagues result recently as well, so you can always
Yes.
hold that over him.
That's exactly right. That gives me a bit of payback, even though I haven't beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the chat, but I'm pushing for you to get an admin win because TDI entered the results incorrectly. So. Oh, but no, congratulations, mate! Epic tournament. Had some really, really good games there. Looked really strong. Well played. Work on your balling though. God, just use the TC.
Oh, you won't. One day.
Oh,
you'd have a better TDI ball lure than TDI.
I know. TDI could learn a thing or two from Sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, West. And I was just saying, commentary and casting, all three of you guys was top notch. So I just want to say that. So thanks, guys.
No, thank you. Well, we do it for you guys, and we're here because of you. So thanks for being here.
Cheers.
Oh, Sugar, well done. Top 4. So QP, Matt, and Metro left. And is Nessie's Metro Dome the Metro coming into fruition? But we're going to go look at Hut B.
Yep.
And Hut B was called as Quiet Pro from pretty early by both Kados and I. And I think it was the Fractal double douche that made me think Quiet Pro, knowing that he's done that, or had a human Fractal douche against Blue. And then I think just the way he was chatting in the last set and talking about like connections, and QP loves to connect things up. So Blue, who was the most guest for Hut B?
It was quiet, including if we move your and Kados's. There's still, 2 people picked quiet. Then there was 4 other individuals that were guessed as well.
So here we go. Quiet. We're on the board, Kados. We're at the board. There we
Never
go.
in doubt.
Oh, never in doubt. Well, Quiet comes in as the lowest Elo player into the tournament and finishes in 3rd place. Quiet. Well bloody done, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're also the only player to get defeated in the entire tournament. How do you feel?
So in that one, I forgot to set up my hotkeys.
Right.
So in that game, I was just in the options. That's why my APM was like 0, and I was just like setting up my hotkeys. And so I thought, oh, just let it run out.
Yeah.
And you reminded me of that Fractal game. Oh god, I forgot about that. I was so confident that the TC was close enough, and then it wasn't.
It was one tile away.
It fell apart. And it being like that set being at 2 times speed too. I felt so slow. I didn't realize.
So who was the host on that set? Right?
I just completely goofed.
That's fine.
Because I was doing practice games and against the AI, I had the speed higher, and I just forgot to change it.
After
the Dome of the Rock didn't what's the word?
Correct it.
They didn't like go, oh, this is definitely feels wrong. They were like, oh, I guess this is how it feels.
Yeah.
So I guess it was both of us. It's like I just thought I was having a bad day, and it was just like my brain wasn't working, but it was faster. Oh, and one last thing too.
Go for it.
The last set, how I picked Bog Islands.
Yes.
I had a complete brain fart. I thought it was a second ban, so I insta-clicked it, thinking, I hate this map, get rid of it. And I didn't realize it was a pick.
Okay. So you had a brain fart. You went Bog Islands, but you still went Spanish again.
I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to double down. It'll work the second time.
Love it.
But it was. I'll tell you what. The second time was a lot better. It was just. And it was an adapted one, and I can see the strategic brain that you have working there, but it was just wasn't quite there. But no, it was good fun. I loved that your strategy, the way you cooked, and the way you brought something unique to the tournament, which is great. So thanks a lot for joining us and being part of it. And any other comments you have, go for it. But I mostly just hope you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun. I think that's the most fun I've had in playing Age of Empires in quite a while.
Excellent. Well, we're glad. And quite showing here that ELO is just a number, and giving yourself the ability to just focus on what you're doing is actually really important. I'll tell you what, knowing who the finalists are now, I think Elo is just a number, isn't it, Metro?
Hello, what?
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 Acting
just-
all dumb. Look at him.
I just had this great transition, and Metro's just like, what? So the finals, Matt and Metro, Dome of the Rock of the Accursed House. So before we, I guess, introduce Player 7, because we're going to know both players, I'm going to say both of you had amazing tournaments, produced an amazing final, and it was like, you know, really impressive from the two of you. So well played, and definitely both looked super clean throughout the final. So yeah, huge congratulations. So Blue, Dome of the Rock. What were the statistics?
The most guessed was in fact Nessie. You and Kados both picking Nessie. We also had three other players picking Nessie. Obviously Nessie picking Metronomical.
Yeah.
And Sugar and Iceman also got a vote for Dome of the Rock.
Yeah, okay. So Metro was quite living in my head for the last 4 weeks rent-free, really, and doing a good job of it. Just poking little things. Nessie was just out there telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, mate, gotta believe me.
Hey, we don't know this is me.
Well, no, but Metro, he was just deflecting everything. It was constant. It was just pushing me in all different directions all the time. Regardless of who it is, Metro played the mind games with me the best. So who is Dome of the Rock? Metro. Hey, mate.
Yeah.
Mate, you
Nessie,
might not.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Nessie.
Oh, Metro. I knew from the first game.
And the whole time I was going, how does Nessie know it's me? And I did think we must have played each other. And so I thought maybe Rice Bomb was Nessie, but I didn't pick that in the end. But I just,
Yeah.
I was just like, Nessie knows a piece of information that I don't, but that no one else does either. But I had the Metro misclick in game 1. I'm just like, everyone's going to guess me.
You did.
I told Blue that I'm just like, oh, I'm already out, so whatever. And then you zeroed in on Nessie, so I was like, great, I'm gonna go to town and just make things as messy as possible. Pretend I'm this person, pretend I'm that person, deflect Nessie, throw it back at someone else. So that was heaps of fun.
Yeah. So you had Nessie in round 1, so you knocked off Mr. Tournament himself, and actually looked really, really solid in both those games. Because that was the Fractal game was game 1, right? That was with the misclick, and that was Khmer into Teutons. And just sat behind, absorbed pressure. And this is the guy who we joke about, you know, quitting on an FC every time he sees it on the ladder.
Oh, I've played so many FC matches this entire tournament.
And during the tournament, you actually got up to close to 1400 again, didn't you?
No. So we played our final like 2 weeks ago. It's 8 weeks ago. So I was at 1340 at the start of the tournament, but then as the tournament went on, I actually was spiraling back down to 1100 during the tournament.
And then playing these tournament games.
I played, and then somehow winning these tournament games, going, what's going on here? But look, when this started, you know, I saw the players and I was just like, oh, I wouldn't consider myself top 4 out of the bunch of people here. So the fact that I just thought, look, let's just try and win a game, and then it turned out I won a set, and then things snowballed, and then getting to the final was just a huge dream, just a fairy tale. I had no expectation of getting there, and then I just thought, let's not embarrass myself in the final. But no, it wasn't just ELO as well. It was tournament experience. All of you guys play so many tournaments. I don't. At least not 1v1s anyway. So I just thought, I don't have the experience. I don't play these maps at all. But to get this result, I'm really stoked.
Oh, I think
so.
Absolutely, you should be. And I really want to talk about that for a second as well, if possible. Is what was your approach? Because you know, not to be discrediting, but I probably wouldn't have put you in the top 4. I thought you might have got into your own head a little bit. So how did you approach these sets? Did you worry about your opponent? Did you focus on what you were doing? Did you just go out to have fun? And like, I'm going to say you were consistent the whole way through, even in the final today. That there wasn't nerves. There wasn't, oh, I know I'm up against a good player. You played with that consistency the whole way through the tournament. So talk me through a little bit about how you approached the games.
Sure. Well, set one against Nessie, look, I had no idea, right? So it was just very much pick comfortable civs and just play my game. And that seemed to work out. Teuton's was a great pick. Oh, I also studied, well, I have a big spreadsheet, of course, and I studied all the RMS Cup and I looked at what the best civs were. And I kind of did a bit of analysis going through all the pro games. Found that Teuton's was a consistent pick for that map. So that helped. And that was a great civ I loved. And then Hindustani's was just a good counter to Magyar's. So I thought, you know what, that's going to work. Turned out that worked. For Quiet Pro in the semifinals, look, I think I was so high on adrenaline that even though the fast speed felt normal, and it wasn't until
Nessie
like,
APM, Metro APM confirmed, right? We know he's a
wasn't until the
beast.
third or fourth game where I thought, oh no, wait, this is fast. This is definitely too fast. So that's why I didn't think much of it at the start, but it definitely was way too fast. Look, I studied his set one game a lot. Watched it multiple times and was like, okay, I have to basically. I know he was going to be FC, so I picked the maps that that would be not conducive to FC, like Bog Island and whatnot. But the Fractal Disaster helped me a lot as well.
Oh, definitely.
So unlucky there. Because I think if he did get that TC down, then things would have been very, very different.
Yeah,
So,
I'd say Hut B is the player that you complain about the most on the ladder in terms of like alternative strategies. And you went out and looked super calm under pressure in those games.
It also helped that I really got the civs I wanted for, especially actually in that semi-final. I really got all the civs I wanted. Whereas on the ladder, your random civ, where you might get Bengalis or you might get Sicilians, and you're just like, well, what can I do against this? Whereas I got every civ I wanted, so I was just like, okay, I can still pull off my plan. And I wasn't sure about some of Quiet Pro's civ choices. No offense. I had. Sorry.
No, you go. Sorry.
Like Spanish and Bog Islands, I was just like, I don't know about this. And Cubans, of course, that was designed for your plan. What was the other one? The Grand Foss game one, Teuton's Goths, that was a bit of a meme pick. I just thought, no one's played this map yet. Let's just have a bit of fun. At that point, I didn't expect to win. So it was just like, let's just have a bit of fun and troll a bit. But then the third one was, what was the fourth one? Oh, it was Slopes and...
It's the Ethiopians, Byzantines.
There's Ethiopians. Yes, that's right. And I just thought, well, actually, my best civs are Gujaras, Gujaras, Ethiopians, and Bohemians, actually. It's not Chinese, Georgians, and whatever. So I was actually picking my best civs the entire time.
It's actually Georgians, Malians, and Chinese. You're wrong. I've just checked it. That's what the info bracket says.
By win rate, it's Ethiopians, Bohemians, and something else. So I was picking those civs instead. So that covered me up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just to quickly talk about the final. Look, I was super nervous. I actually hated my drafts. I drafted so bad because I think the experience got to me, the lack of experience. I panicked and overthought. I saw slabs and I thought, oh no, he's going to go mass man at arms or something. So the Aztecs was like a counter pick to that, and that didn't work out. And I shouldn't have picked Monocle. I don't know. At that point, my kind of 1100 brain kicked in, and I just wasn't thinking for those last two games. I did feel like I could have won them, but inexperience let me down. So, but that's all good, Again, I didn't expect to be in this position, and Matt played incredibly. He knew exactly what to do. So all credit to him as well.
Yeah, I think you also took two games and looked really good in the final. So be proud of yourself. And huge result coming in second place in the most prestigious tournament in AOE.
Thank you. Yeah.
In the AOE, community.
Thank you.
I think that was that. Am I right, Matt? But that was the first time you were behind, losing game one. I don't think you were in the winning position against the other players, but that one you were actually 1-0 down.
I was very nervous, that's for sure.
So the winner, the Accursed Tower, Kados and I thought it was Matt. Blue, who was the most picked player?
Well, this one was in fact Matt.
Yeah.
But there were 2 people that didn't pick Matt.
Ooh.
So despite the accusations, TDI as Pavilion A was actually more popular as a confirmed pick. Metronomical and Iceman were also considered. I think Iceman was picked by Quiet.
Yep.
And TDI put Metronomical.
Oh, I'm on it. TDI.
Well, let's find out who it was. Matthew, our winner. Congratulations, Matt.
Thanks, mate.
This one was pretty obvious because whilst Metro was the king of the mind games, every time we brought up Matt's the Accursed Tower, you just went, "Nah, I'm not."
I just gave up. I couldn't be bothered.
Congratulations, Matt. That was an epic tournament. So let's go through round 1. The Accursed Tower was up against Yertle, who was Yertle? I've already forgotten. Iceman went FC Steppies.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
But that's a 2-0 against Iceman's pretty impressive. Knocking out the highest rated player straight off the bat. And you looked, that was the Fractal Roman game as well. Yeah.
Yep.
That cooked strat that you've got there, that went really well. So that was a super impressive first set. How did you feel after that?
No, really good. I mean, the first game, I've been doing that Roman men-at-arms strategy for nearly a year now. I just so confident with it. Feel like it can never lose.
Did it lose against someone else on Fractal once upon a time?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'd have to go back and check. I never got to it, did I?
No, because I was on Armenian long swords.
Yeah.
That continue your analysis.
Yeah, I knew I was just so far ahead the first game, so I just decided to play it safe and add eco, even though I could have definitely ended it a lot earlier.
Yeah, very good.
And the second game, I was very surprised. Because I had a feeling it was Iceman from the first game.
Yeah, okay.
And then FC from Iceman, I was like, what is happening here?
And he actually went Mongol FC Steps Blue.
Yeah.
Which is what we asked him to do on Coastal Mountain in a team game once, and he went FC Mongol Knights.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think I was casting that game with you.
Yeah,
that was the game. That was the game that I was picking as the round 1, the big event.
Yeah.
But because of the chat in the other game, I thought that was maybe more of a good one to end on in round 1.
Yeah.
But I felt like, oh, this is so obviously Iceman here. Like, no one else is going to do FC Step Lancers, and we know Iceman's done that.
Yeah.
On our team before, I guess. Yeah. But Westy and Metronomical and TDI and Nessie would have known that.
Whoops.
And yeah, so Matt did guess Iceman correctly.
Yeah, okay. Matt knows.
I think if he... Sorry.
Go on.
I think if he did go FC Knights instead of Steps, I think I would have lost. Steps are just so weak to archers, right?
Yeah.
Like even feudal age archers can beat Steps. So I was just not really in a rush to get to Cast Age. It's just like I'll just archers and still be right.
And you learned from Kados to just move out some eco and just put it to a different part of the map? Or is that just...
I didn't learn that from Kados, no, but I did learn just full archers from watching that game from Kados.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, very good. And then round 2, you came up against Pavilion A, so Sugar.
Yep.
And Sugar took 1 game off you? Or was it a trio?
Bog Islands.
Bog Islands, yeah. Which I would have said is probably your least favourite map in the map pool.
I felt really confident actually after I played blue in the back.
Yeah.
But I did get to play as Armenians, and I think they're just broken on Bog Island. With the extra 40% wood upgrade and
Yeah.
the extra gallery
Yeah.
shot. Yeah.
What
That's
civ was
right.
I playing, Matt? It was like a generic civ, I think. Or was it? It was a decent civ, but not a top tier civ, I think.
Yeah, I think it was either Dravidians or
Dravidians, maybe.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to open with your Roman strategy,
Yep.
which I think Sugar might have banned Fractal, but not Romans, and I think Metro learnt from that when it came to the final.
Yeah, Quarry was actually the first map I ever did the Roman strategy on, so I was pretty confident doing it
Yeah.
there too.
Excellent, and it looks good. And then I think it went to Bog Islands, and then you won on slopes, and I can't remember the other map you won on.
Just
Oh, it was Mudflap.
there we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
AoE League season, last
Yeah.
season home map. Very
Yeah.
confident on Mudflow.
Yeah, well, you looked at all tournaments. So how did you feel going into the game against Pavilion A, and how did you feel coming out of it?
No, I mean, I was a little bit worried because I thought I was going up against TDI. I was like, he's just going to monk siege push me and all that, which I absolutely hate. I lose every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming out of it felt good.
Yeah. Yeah, I just realized Metro did an epic monk push.
Yes, very, very surprised.
Yeah. And then the final. Who did you think you were up against going into the final?
I thought it was Nessie. But then I was a little bit shocked by the Civ draft. I thought Nessie would probably do a little bit better. No offense.
Wow.
Metro did say that himself. Metro did say that himself. Yeah.
And then we'll just sort of chat all game. I was like, okay, it's definitely Nessie or Metro.
Yeah.
Especially the capital letters.
Yeah, the capital letters was quite interesting, wasn't it? And
really committed to that. Even in between games, I didn't turn off the caps lock.
Yeah.
so why game 4 did you say nothing, Metro?
I just forgot to say something, I think.
Okay,
I was planning to say something. But
I thought it was like hyper focus moment.
Nah. Or maybe I think I ran out of things to say.
You did say the 1100 brain kicked in.
Yeah.
1100 brain they don't talk smack on the ladder.
Yeah.
No.
That's right.
1400s talk smack. But...
Yeah.
And was it copy and paste?
I never copy pasted. I did think of what to say, but
right.
Okay.
So that was the idle TC time.
I guess that's the keyboard piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the APM.
Coming out there.
Yeah. Chat APM.
No typos.
No typos.
There was at the end. I said though instead of thou, and
disaster.
Still work.
I wish my typing was that accurate. So then, Matt, so you thought it was a Nessie. So did you prepare for Nessie, or did you just focus on what you're doing?
Pretty much just focus on what I do.
Yeah.
I just know, just like be active with plenty of army. At this elo range of like people really struggle against just mass knights and just being everywhere at once. It's just too hard to play against. And just don't be scared to dive TCs. Like even if you lose knights and you're killing vills, it's all worth it.
Yeah, you were so patient with your army, particularly in the 3 games where you won, to just the patience to take the fight just at the right time every time. It was
something I've really been working on lately. I've watched probably more Hera videos than my man should, and I take a lot of everything he does into my game, just patiently waiting for the right upgrades. And even if you're 1 unit short in the battle, don't take it because it just creates a snowball. Just always wait for the best fights. No reason to be in a rush.
No, it was super impressive, my friend. A really, really well played tournament, and huge congratulations. I'd be honoured to have you as my 2v2 partner for Blues 2s.
Thanks, Matt. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. I could better up my game now. But congratulations, mate. I think at the end of it, the most consistent tournament and a deserved winner. So Matthew, our Blues Clues champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, mate.
Woohoo! Any comments from anyone else?
Do you want to just refresh? I've added an extra slide in on the first page. Scroll back up to slide 1.
What Nessie say? Yep. Yep.
Was that what Nessie put
Also-
into Discord?
I
That
sent
was-
that to him.
That's what he sent to me like after the game. I got the Rex. I got the Rex from Metro, and I got that from Nessie.
Shit.
Yeah.
If the players have nothing more to say, I just want to say while we're all here, another big thank you to Blue for everything you did behind the scenes.
Yeah, huge thank you.
Yeah,
And,
thanks.
Yeah, Blue made this tournament what it was. Without him, we didn't get to have the fun and the anonymity that allowed us to be here. So Blue, thank you so much.
It's all right. I think you did a hard job. The carrying the hype, doing all the casting. That's not easy.
Just talk. I could do it underwater with a mouthful of marbles. So
That's not me.
No, but no, thank you so much, Blue. Like, this doesn't happen without you, so hugely appreciative of it. And I wanted to give you this opportunity, Blue, to give any of the players that gave you grief an opportunity to give them grief back. So name and shame the worst when it came to scheduling or playing on the wrong settings, or
I think
anything you want to talk about.
I think the scheduling was really good. Everyone did the scheduling really well. Thanks to the cheap viewers on that website. We'll definitely get onto that.
Better get them in.
There was a few mislabeled Rex, which was a bit of a problem, but
Whoops.
in the first round, I like loaded up all of the games and like looked at and I watched them, and then after the second round, I thought, I won't bother doing that anymore. And then that was where all the the Rex were out of order, or like they weren't renamed, which I just then had to load it up. But that's I mean, that's just because West told me to say that, to be fair.
Of course.
Just wanted you all to feel bad.
Well, I've put public all those 4 clues set video compilation
Yes,
videos.
awesome.
I think if you all watch them back, I think you'll be like, when I was editing them, I'm like, oh, clearly everyone's gonna work out who's who, because you're pretty confident Matt was Tower.
Yeah.
Dome of the Rock had the big Vil thing,
Mm.
which
When
got
you think
moved on
about
pretty
it.
quickly.
We
Yeah.
just walked past that too fast.
Yeah.
In my defense, I have gotten rid of that problem. Like, it's happened maybe once since then. Like, in the past month, it's happened twice. And of course, it had to happen in that game.
It
But
didn't
hey,
happen to me against you. That
we
multiplayer
hit it.
game.
But that kind of
Yeah,
worked
That
out.
would have been the
Matt,
other time, yeah.
Matt, you won the game because of that.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Actually, there was one thing when I was editing the first one it was Clue Set 4. If you watch that back, which had the chatters, Jono and Quiet Pro. It was quite funny. There was a moment where Quiet was like chatting heaps, and you're like, "Oh, it's definitely not Quiet Pro. Like, he doesn't know me well enough to insult me like that. So it's definitely not Quiet Pro."
Yeah, well played, QP. That's funny as.
But
yeah.
I think, to be fair, it was partly because Jono did know you. So
yeah.
Jono was sort of like setting him up a little bit for that, I think, is what happened.
Yeah, and I called Jono as having correct grammar the entire way he was chatting, and I should have stuck with that as my reason for picking him.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that was. I will have to watch those back as well.
I can reveal the guesses immediately after the game for each round as well. If you want.
Yeah. Let's go through that.
Hang on, I'll share this document with you so you can just put it up. It's a bit easier.
Yep.
West. Here you go. You can have a look at the chaos of the admin doc that got more and more chaotic as the rounds went on.
So quiet. Okay, so this is who everyone is, and
That's all the final. Yeah, all the final. But if you scroll down, it's got the round by round, so you can see that Pavilion A, they thought was Ice. So TDI thought he played Iceman.
Sugar thought he played
and
Ice. Oh, sorry, yeah.
And Sugar thought he played Nessie in the first round.
Okay.
Rice Farm knew it was Metro,
Yep.
and Metro thought it was Quiet Pro. There was definitely some unconvincing guesses here,
Yeah.
and some more determined guesses.
Oh, Iceman Matt
Matt?
both got it right.
Yeah, they predicted correctly.
Yeah.
And then Hut B was predicted as Matt, and Jono was correctly guessed by Quiet the Pro.
Very good.
B.
The only correct guess I got.
Then Matt was guessed as TDI and Sugar was guessed as TDI. That's great. And then Metro thought
Hut B
Hutbee was
is-
Jono. And Quiet thought Dome was Nessie. Don't. So that's interesting
Yeah.
for you, Quiet, because Nessie and you obviously have a bit of history in finals as well.
I genuinely was both beforehand thought so, both during and even at the end was I completely thought that was my most confident guess.
Yeah.
And I went up against Nessie.
You and me both, my friend. You and me both. And then
Actually, Iceman guessed correctly twice.
yeah, Iceman got fences, Jono. And Fence liked building fences.
Nessie was guessed again.
Nessie was guessed again as Rice Farm correctly by TDI, and TDI thought Nessie thought Gold Goombas was quite interesting. Then Metro guessed Matt. Matt still guessed Nessie.
Nessie, he did.
Yep. And Sugar guessed Hutbee as TDI. And Hutbee guessed and Quite Pro guessed Sugar as Metro.
So Sugar has guessed that he's played TDI twice, except for the game he played TDI.
That's great. And then the Nessie versus Jono. So Jono guessed Iceman and Nessie guessed Quiet Pro. So Nessie kept guessing Quiet Pro.
Yeah, I was tossing and turning.
Yeah.
He was in his head. He's in his head. He's...
Yeah, rent free.
In the end, we didn't fight each other then.
No.
Yeah, super interesting. And then last game, TDI thought he was playing against Jono, and Iceman thought he was playing against Metro.
Do you remember West in the first round when I kept pinging you with new all these things to send you, and then you would go there and it was all deleted?
Yeah.
That's because I kept copying and pasting this information and noticed that I didn't delete one person's name. So I it was sketchy. I was like, oh god, I've spilled the beans on one player. Straight up.
Oh, nah, you didn't do it. You did well there. And I'm pretty quick to look at Discord, so your deleting APM was pretty high. Okay, here's my pre-tournament guesses based on characters, like what they were given. So I thought Fence was past the Sugar, so that was wrong. Dome of the Rock was the Sarathon, so that's wrong. I put Hutbee as TDI. Yet L was Quiet Pro. Metro as the Accursed Tower. Pavilion A as Nessie. Gold Goombas as Iceman, and Rice Farm as Matthew. So I got 0 out of 8 on my on my blind guesses.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that was the case.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, that's quite funny. I still think Nessie was Pavilion A because the just makes sense. Oh, excellent. Now there's one final bit of business that we do need to go through, and that's for those of you who are sad that Blue's Clues is done. There is more.
Hey.
Matt, as the winner, you get a special prize which has been donated by Blue. You get to verse him in a best of 5 on Blue's Clues
let's
settings.
go.
Yes.
Let's go.
I was like, crap, what have I promised him? Okay. I can afford that. Although Matt's got a good record against me, actually. I think
Your record's better than me, but
I think it's
Not
50-50. It's close.
it's pretty close.
In terms of recent games, anyway, it's definitely Matt's. Matt wrecked me in the practice games, and then on the enclosed ladder as well.
So you guys can do that at your leisure and send me the rec, and we'll get that casted as well.
Yep.
Too easy.
Excellent. Apart from that, I need to end because I needed to be finished about 40 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
thanks for being here, everyone. It was good fun. And thanks for an
Thank you.
amazing tournament, everyone. You all played amazingly and did amazingly. So